have the t-shirts back in stock, my darlings. What is delayed is not denied. We have it in blue. Since you loved it so very much indeed, my darlings, you better go ahead and get your t-shirt before it sells out, because I just might go ahead and do a yellow t-shirt for you and an orange t-shirt. You have to bear in mind, Baby Girl is a small brand. We are self-funding here, so I can only do so much. But yes, the t-shirt is back and I am living and loving. I also have a surprise for you. Yes. You asked and I said, why not? We have brought the black t-shirt back. What is delayed is not denied. Are we living and loving? Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? What am I wearing? I am wearing a t-shirt that I bought from a thrift store. I love it because of the pocket. I love sheep. When I'm old and grey and I decide to do other things, you just might find me on a farm and you will see me playing with sheep. I specifically bought it because of this sheep pocket. Love it, love it, love it. And then these are trousers, which I live and love. And they have a jacket as well. I didn't wear the jacket, I just wore the pants. I like the jacket because it's got like this lace detail, and I got that from Zara. And then this is another little wrap top that I thought I would wear it with. And then this is what the jacket looks like. There you go. It's quite fabulous. Quite fab, you know. So I just wore the pants and a t-shirt. It's hot, it's summer, so it is what it is. I have something for you today. A beautiful Ugandan young woman who went out to celebrate her friend's birthday and ended up being gripped. Let's listen to her story.
I went to celebrate a friend's birthday. It's two of us. We got tickets for an event. It was on a Sunday. I got there before her, maybe about 8 p.m. And I just sat and waited for her. Caught a vibe by myself, as you do when you're waiting. And I saw a guy that was good looking. I saw a guy that was, you know, to my liking. And, you know, I noticed him notice me. He was near me. And a lady went round with a platter of shots. You know, the bottle ladies, what they do, right? So I watched him pick up 2 shots. I watched him pick up 2 shots and pass one down to me. He slid it on the table down to me. Remember, I've watched the whole thing. So I've cheersed, cool, we've got a bit of a vibe. Then my friend has come. She looks great, birthday girl. We're having a great time. And this guy was also waiting for some of his friends. So his friends came around the same time as the time my friend arrived as well. So it was kind of like a quick big hello amongst all of us. And then me and my girl were off on our way, doing our videos, whatever, dancing, having a great time. She looked amazing. And then at some point she went towards the bar and then came back and had 2 drinks. And she was like, hey girls, I've got some drinks. I was like, okay, cool. So obviously I'm thinking, you're the birthday girl, I expect people to buy you drinks, but someone's extended a drink to me too. Great, thank you. Take a sip, you know, I'm having a great time, I'm dancing. And then I was woken up 8 a.m. by a man that I didn't know. That's how it happened for me. There was no dark, mysterious figure in a corner that I saw lurking, and I was like, oh, it was not the guy that I had a vibe with at the beginning that slid the shot to me. It was someone completely different. And I'm sharing it with you like that because I need you to understand how easy it can happen. People are getting better at being predators. And because people are getting better at being predators, it means that there isn't the perfect victim anymore. Before, if you walk down the street, someone might come out of a bush, and that's not to take the mick out of anyone that's had an experience like that. Someone might come out of a bush, oh my gosh, something has happened, da, da, da. Now, I could go on a date with a man and be date raped. And so the lines become blurred now, making it even harder for victims. I refuse to call myself a victim though. So yeah, I only have recollection of about 45 minutes of that night. And then I was suddenly woken up by a man I don't know, in a house I don't know. You know when you wake up from a dream, from a nap, and you're like, who am I? Where am I? What am I? Imagine that times 10, and you're waking up in a house you don't know. I felt like I was in the movie Taken. Hey! Wow, my God, I'm remembering it. I just remember waking up and looking around and being like, oh, even doing that, my body felt like it was back there. I'm not going to do that again. I just remember looking around so distressed, being like, how did I get here? So this man tells me, yeah, you got wasted last night, you know, you were quite drunk and security was asking for someone to help take you home. You were there till about 3 a.m. I said, 3 a.m.? I planned to leave at 10:30. He said, yeah, you were throwing up, like you were proper out of it. So I thought I'd bring you back to mine to let you sleep it off. Okay. And then I've asked him, did we do anything? When Mika didn't want to go to the hideaway with Simba, we watched his demeanor change, right? Okay. I'm not saying Simba's a predator, by the way. When I asked this man if we did anything, the whole demeanor changed. It went from explaining the night to suddenly, yeah, we did 3 times, you don't remember? Suddenly, it went from, I understand this girl can't remember anything, to you better remember this. Because you've just exposed yourself. You've just told me how wasted I was and I needed to sleep it off, and apparently I had enough energy to be intimate. And I'm asking more details around this intimacy, and what I'm hearing is not making me happy. And then I asked, where's my phone? And he said, you don't have your phone. You have so-and-so's phone, who's the birthday girl. So I had her phone. I'm thinking, what? I've gone to my bag, it's empty. And it went from Lois gathering information to Lois in complete panic. I was a damsel in distress, and I hate the fact that he saw me that way. No one has ever seen me cry the way I cried that day. I cried. What's scary is how the lies and the manipulation started immediately. He saw me in tears, and I could tell my tears made him more angry than they did make him feel any empathy. Guys, I was at his mum's house. Remember, I didn't know where I was. I'm crying, and this African woman comes in. What's going on? What's going on? And I'm literally like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm here. This man shooed his mum away. He told her to leave. And then said to me, can you stop crying? You're scaring my mum. I told you his demeanor changed. I told you. You know, and you know he's stressed. So he's trying to make me the problem. I asked, where's my friend? Why do I have her phone? Oh, I don't know. She left you. The whole demeanor changed. But I knew there's no way that my friend left me because I have her phone. I knew this man wanted to paint a narrative that basically I was left on my own and he was the only person that could help me. I'm so sorry. I've been out many times. I've been to DOT Malta twice. Drinking from 12 p.m. to 3 a.m. I've been able to get home, the Ubers, the Airbnbs, the everything. I can go out in London. I can get home. I was in central London. I could get home, yo. It was a Sunday. I didn't go out planning to sleep with anyone. So my spirit knew immediately what was going on. And so I said, okay, Lois, you need to act like you bought his story, that he saved you, basically. Just don't ask any more questions, kind of thing. Just be agreeable, be cooperative so that you can leave. And, you know, he got me a cab. I didn't give him my address because remember, I had nothing in my bag. So as far as I know, you could have my keys. If I give you my full address, you could show up. So I calmed down enough to get the cab and everything. And then once I got in the cab, I started crying again. It was just, I wouldn't stop. The cab driver was like, are you okay? Do you want to take you to the police station? You know, all that kind of stuff. But for some reason, I just wanted to get home. That's the first thing I wanted to do. It's almost like I wanted to get home and then call the police, basically. But I went to the letting agent to get a spare key. As soon as I walked in, Dave looked at me like, are you okay? So remember, I had not looked at myself. I had not looked in the mirror from when I woke up in the morning. So I didn't know what I looked like. And straight away, they knew something had happened because it's about 9 a.m. and I'm walking and I'm like, hi, you manage one of the properties that I live in and something's happened. And as they're asking me, they call the police straight away. They were like, something's happened. The police come. I call my mum because that's the only number I knew off by heart. She, bless her, she came down. Police took urine samples and the investigation pretty much started immediately. I get back to my house with the spare keys that I was given and 2 detectives come to my house and they sit me down. Now, we use their phone to call my phone. When I called my phone, a girl picked up. Oh my gosh, hey babe, do you remember me from last night? I'm going, yeah, kind of, like, yeah, I kind of remember, you know, a light-skinned girl kind of thing. And she was just like, yeah, we were together last night. I ended up with your phone. And I was like, babe, I think I was spiked. And she was like, babe, same. Oh my God, something felt different about those drinks. That's what she's saying. So the detectives are sitting there going, you know, and I'm sitting there on loudspeaker like, you know, it's, you know, so then they take the phone. They're like, oh, thank you so much. You know, would you be okay with giving a statement kind of thing? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. No problem at all. And then I told her that, babe, I ended up with someone last night, ended up sleeping with me, and she screamed. The girl screamed on the phone. She was like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. It shouldn't have happened. Something was in those drinks yesterday. And then my friend manages to call her own phone. She managed to find a way to call her own phone. So you can imagine when I'm seeing this phone ringing, I'm looking at it thinking, I don't even know who this is. So I pick up and it's her. I'm literally like, oh my God, babe. It was like that. Like, hey, where were you? And what happened? And that was when it really became real. You know, I told her, babe, I was taken to a house in this area. And then she was like, I was taken to a house in this area. And I realized, and then I remember I was on the phone to the other girl who said, yeah, I think I was spiked too. And I was like, oh my gosh, the 2 detectives are sitting there going, whoa, this is bigger than we thought. I remember, you know, having to go to the police station and give my statement. And I remember the police officer in charge was a man, and I expressed that I was uncomfortable with that. And bless him, he sat me down and, you know, he reassured me and said, I've had specialist training in this specific area. Oh God, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I just remember him reassuring me and saying, I've had specialist training, so I promise you, I'm gonna do everything in my power to prove this for you because I believe you. And then I had to wait for a while. That was quite excruciating. And CPS agreed to go ahead to charge the man on 3 counts. By then I had not known any of the evidence that they had collected. I didn't know any evidence until the courtroom.
Lois, I am so sorry this happened to you. It should never happen to anybody. And you did not do anything wrong. It was a Fumi family member that sent this to me, and I felt that it was important for me to share your story to alert other girls. But before I start, I wanted to let you know that sometime last week, I went out with Aretha and Reese, my girlfriends, as you know, and we went to have a wonderful lunch. And When we got there, the host of the restaurant actually brought shots to the table, of which we accepted. I want you to know this because I want you to understand that it could have happened to any one of us. It could have happened to any one of us. As much as you're vigilant, diligent, you never know. Monsters don't have a certain look, they don't have a certain face, and they prey on girls that they know are not necessarily paying attention and having fun. I tell you this, my beautiful girls. Don't take free drinks from anybody. As terrible as this happened to Lois, it could have been so much worse. Those 3 girls could have been trafficked because they don't know where they are. Take them to the dock. Before they know it, they are out of the country. By the time they wake up, they're somewhere else, gagged, hands trapped behind them, and they're going somewhere else. Their lives, or their person, never to be found again. That's the seriousness of this. And this happened in the UK. This happened right here in the UK. Lois has a beautiful daughter. And Lois, I'm giving you this advice. You're going to need therapy for a long time because you have to let your daughter grow and be able to live her life and not have that shadow of what happened to you could happen to her. It's very, very hard having girls. It's different from having boys. I am seeing it. This man is a monster. And he's a member of a gang. That's another reason why I'm doing this. So that he never does this again to anybody else. What is sad is that he got off on a technicality. And so he served no time and was not responsible for the crime of which everybody knows he did. That's why Lois said, you know what, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to tell my truth.
I just wanted to start off by saying the biggest thank you to you all. My eyes are really small because I have spent so much time crying. And even now, I can't indulge in the thank you too much because I won't get through this video. And I've got to try and get through it. So I wanted to say thank you, first of all. Why am I doing this now? I'm doing this because reporting to the police is already traumatic, okay? But that wait that you do from when you give your statement to finding out if the suspect has been charged is excruciating. I spent most of the time looking at stats, and you know when the stats are stacked up against me because the chances of going to court were just pretty much at 0. When I got that call to say he's been charged on 3 counts of rape, I knew instantly at that moment that I knew immediately that I'm going to want to speak to women one day about this, to try and protect women. It's not about being a hero. It's not about having a heroic story. Because let me be clear, the evidence was overwhelming. The evidence was overwhelming, and he got a not guilty verdict on the smallest technicality. When you hear it, you think you're mad? You will know mad. I was taken back to the Diddy case. Epstein files, gonna be released, they've been released, no arrests. Okay, Lord, what's going on? I thought I wrestled with God after my dad died. Oh no, that was nothing.
It's so sad. It's so unfortunate to be violated like that. To be taken to a place where you don't know and you're undressed. And people think they have the audacity to touch you. Girls, be very careful. It's summer. You want to go out at night. You want to have a good time, of which you have every right. Again, there are monsters. There are monsters out there. Be very, 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 very careful. And when she releases part 2, I will bring it out here for you to watch as well. Please be careful, my darlings. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you what? I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love.
Hi guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking.
I am so excited. I mean, talk about keeping it in the family. For those of you that don't know, I was a beauty queen. Yes, I was Miss West Africa 1990. Yes, decades ago. And then it's come back full circle with my beautiful niece Farah, who is competing to be Miss Alberta. I want you guys to sponsor, to support her. She has a wonderful support page. Please go right ahead and support her. Please, please, please. She is absolutely beautiful and amazing. I remember when Farah was born, and to see her now walking on stage and winning all of these beauty competitions just warms my heart. So I want to use my platform to spread the word out there. Please support my wonderful niece Farah and just click onto the link and give her all the support that you can. I will deeply, deeply, deeply I will deeply appreciate it. And Farah, congratulations. Congratulations. Well, you know you're my daughter anyway, because I don't have daughters. So you are my daughter. It doesn't matter who birthed you. You're my daughter. And I am so, so proud of you. Fumi Nation, this is the first. Yes, my darlings. The next generation doing wonderful and amazing things. And for Farah to walk out on these platforms and really follow in my steps, in my footsteps, I am absolutely speechless. And I want you to support her. Okay? All of my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for everything. I love you guys. Mwah.